Good afternoon, everybody. This is Candace Camille, the wellologist, the creator of the Plank Talk Challenge, Plank Talk 2016, Plank Talk Revolution. Yeah, this is day 31 for me. And yes, I am going to keep going because this is what I decided to do. I'm just going to do it simply because it has become just a part of my life now. So when I fall back on my standard operating procedure, I have done this long enough to make this a part of my standard operation every day. So, the Plank Talk Challenge, let's talk about the rules and why it was created. Basically, it was just created to bring awareness to movement, to fun, to get you doing something, to change your way of living. Because if you can do this thing for 21 days and create a habit, you can do anything that you like. So the rules are, you get down in plank position and you watch your form. You want to make sure your shoulders are lined up underneath your elbows. So you don't want them bowled out, and you don't want them back, and you don't want them forward. You want them lined up where if you look down at your hands, they resemble a L. That's what you want to do. So, and you want to make sure you hold your stomach in, and you want to squeeze your booty cheeks. And you get down here, and you do this for as long as you can. And you talk about it while you're doing it. If you are a speaker, a mom, a dad, or anybody, and you got something to say, this is a good place to get it out. Talk about your speech, your nuggets. Why are you on social media? So you're going to plank, make sure your form is straight, and you're going to get down and you're going to talk about it. You're going to talk about it as long as you can plank. So, and then you're going to video yourself while you're doing it, and then you're going to post it to Facebook, one of the social media platforms, so you can inspire someone else to do it. You want to use the hashtags Plank Talk Challenge, Plank Talk 2016, and hashtag the wellologist. If you are a friend of mine, tag me so I can see you. You can also do a side plank, and the same rules apply. You want to make sure that your arms resemble a L. If anything looks out of order or crooked to you, you want to fix it. So use the camera as your mirror and make sure that you have your form right so you can get the best out of this, right? And one thing you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So you want to come down, regroup, and then switch to the other side, right? Making sure that you are straight. And then that's it. So once you get good at it, there's various forms that you can do to change some things up. But that's just the gist of it. Sometimes, like today, I want to talk about being still. There is such a richness in just being still. A lot of times we don't want to be still is because we don't want to own our truths, right? And in order to get to the truth of the matter, sometimes you got to be still and you got to listen. And sometimes you just got to get downright uncomfortable. So that's what I'm doing today. I came in here just for a few minutes to let you know that today is my still day. I had an absolutely amazing day. From the time I woke up, I pretty much go to bed with satisfaction and get up with determination. And that's what my life is all about. So having to go to church and hear the word and then have this awesome awesome interview for a radio show that I got coming up next week. I'll let you know on that. So she asked some pretty interesting, some pretty deep questions. So again, I got very uncomfortable at the moment, but then I got clear and I got comfortable. And that's what that's all about. And sometimes you just have to be still to get that done. So just like staying in this form of plank for more than 2 minutes, make your shoulders very, very uncomfortable. But sometimes, again, you got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. So that's my talk for today. You just got to be still. And then when you can't take it anymore and you're ready to take action, then you move. But when you move, you do the same thing on what you move to. You get still. You know, you got to listen, right? Listen. And then you got to learn, right? And then you have to talk. Then you have to speak. And when you speak, make sure that you're teaching, because that's what life is all about. You learn, you listen, you learn, and you teach. So that's what you do. And again, what you do with one side, you want to do with the other side. Yesterday, I did 21 minutes on a plank. Who knew? It literally was my workout for today. For that day anyway. Today, this is my pre-workout. So, I'm doing this before I go take my run. I know I said I was going to be still, but believe it or not, my running is a part of my stillness, is a place that I go to get clarity. Where do you go? Where do you go to get your clarity? What about your life in that space you go to that opens you up, that gets you open to change? Because that's what we have to do. We have to open ourselves up to be able to change, to be able to listen, to be able to hear, to be able to speak, to be able to teach. Yeah, so I'm going to do 10 minutes today, and then I'm going to hit the asphalt and get my running. I'm working on something. I'm a contributing author to a book. So yes, I can honestly say in a few weeks I'll be a published author. I'm excited about that. But one of the things they asked me to write about is winning and succeeding in the face of adversity. Like, one of the things that I know about adversity, and when you're going through some stuff, you got to get still in order to move with clarity. But what I learned about going through the good and the bad, that I have the power to say that this is not how this story it's going to end. So you do get to write your own story. You have your eraser, and you get to change it anytime that you want. So if you're not liking your life story, then change it. And at one point in my life, I tried to check up out of here because I thought life was too hard. Yes, the willologist tried to commit suicide. But you know what? I took my pen and I changed that. But before I can change it, God let me know that He wasn't ready for me yet. But I'm changing my story. What are you doing with yours? So sometimes you just have to be still to change your story. And I share that with you because that's what I shared with the interviewer, the radio show, It was just time. So in that moment, I let her know what that moment of me not wanting to be here felt like. You know, I was scared. I was lying. I didn't tell the truth. I was afraid of judgment. So I decided, instead of owning my truth, I wanted to check up out of here. When we get to that space, we need some help. So that was my cry for help. And then I went and asked for help. This is the wellologist telling you, if you're in that space and you need some help, you got to figure out what you need help with. So you got to get very still. And you got to hear from God. Own your truth. Ask for help. And go to work. Create yourself an awesome day. I will see you tomorrow. Plank Talk Challenge. Plank Talk 2016. I am creating a Plank Talk revolution. See you tomorrow.